See what happens there? I got friends saying, what? What's happening? Is it not? Are we not doing the thing here? Hey. Yeah, I don't know. It seems to be streaming. Just nobody's here. It's cool. It's cool. Oh, it's fine. Whose wrongdoing is forgiven. The one whose sin is covered over. He's truly happy. The one the Lord doesn't consider guilty, in whose spirit there is no dishonesty. That one is truly happy. When I kept quiet, my bones wore out. I was groaning all day long, every day, every night. Because your hand was heavy on me. My energy was sapped like I was in a summer drought. So I admitted sin and didn't conceal my guilt. I confessed my sins to God. And then He took away the guilt of my sin. That's why all the faithful should pray. When you have troubled times, a great water of flood won't reach you. God is your secret hideout. He'll protect you from trouble and surround you with songs of rescue. He'll instruct and teach you about the direction you should go. He'll advise you, keep His eyes on you. Don't be like some senseless horse or a dumb mule. Every motion has to be controlled with a bit and bridle. You want to be like a dumb animal? Don't be like that. The pain of the wicked is severe, but faithful love surrounds those who trust God. If you're righteous, rejoice in the Lord. You can be glad. Be glad you did. That was Psalm 32. Here's Psalm 33. Sorry, make a little move here. It's kind of awkward. I didn't do well. Sorry. All right. Back in the day, I would kind of sing these as I go along, but I'm definitely not up for that yet because you can hear my voice. So, yeah, it would be bad for both of us. So. you who are righteous. Shout to the Lord. Shout joyfully to God. All right. Well, so this is a perfect time. Got it all kind of set up. Everything's smooth now. This is where I want to do some of the ringy-dingy stuff. So here is where I'm kind of asking if you have yourself or so if you are yourself in need of physical healing or emotional healing or loneliness, then hang on and we'll do this. We're gonna just bring this before Dad. So whatever you've got, if you want to put it in the chat, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. Just hold it in your heart. And I'm going to ask Dad just to join us here, as I have been while I've been playing over here. Just asking him to kind of bring his presence here, especially for those who are in the most need, which probably includes me. And so we're just trying to get that going. Thanks, Jenny. I appreciate you sharing that. And as always, you know, you guys' secret's safe with me. I got nothing to. I don't. It's not my intention to, harm anybody. And if you believe that I have at any time, please bring it to me personally, and I'll make it right. Now let's try this. Since I've been doing the stuff with the ringy-dingy and the freaks, at first it was just kind of cool and very interesting. And the more I did it, the more I began to see that there was something here. I have judiciously avoided all of the publications and writings of the people who put this stuff out and from whom I purchased it. Some of these of the tuning forks are very, very high quality and very specifically tuned. Others are just kind of, like I got a set and they weren't that great, but they do sometimes show up. The interesting thing here is that what I pointed out, at least I think it's in the liner notes of the show here, is that I tune everything in the studio now to 432. So that and that. But here's the interesting thing here, is that most things in the universe, if you check them out, they have a natural tone at which is an B flat or an F, either one of those two, which is the natural fourth or fifth, depending on which one you use as the tonic. But they are directly relational to one another, and that is. That's pretty close, right? So that was pretty interesting. All right, here we go. If you've just joined us, or if you are unfamiliar with this, this is Freaky Freaks. I am the Great Baldini, and you're you. And the point here, in addition to, so it began with little noodles, which I usually do to try to clear my mind and ask, and to draw the presence of Dad. Well, actually, this would be Mom in this case, the spirit, but to draw their spirit to be with us, and then to present before them any needs that we have in prayer. You can do so quietly. Again, I'll do so as I'm presenting this, but presenting. Well, my experience, my past experience with this stuff is it's kind of interesting. So first of all, there is some immediate effect in the proximity. So if I in the same room with this, it does create a very powerful change in the room. When I do it with Madeline, she's a huge fan, but most of it we do with actual physical touch. So once I get the tuning fork going, it's usually either right above a place that hurts or physically one of the points that I would typically use as a pressure point, or any of the release points when I'm doing massage healing work. So this sort of a new thing, and man, is it pretty intense. But as I begin to do it kind of every day during the Freaky Freak things, about a year and a half ago, what I noticed was that it was became really similar in some ways to the natural sort of observations that, again, in some ways, we're warned away from doing, I want to say, things like that would draw in unseen forces, spirits, right? Because if you need information, just ask Dad, right? If you're asking elsewhere, you open up a whole bunch of, you open up doorways, right, to beings that are not your friends and not, they might give you information and maybe even accurate information, but they're probably malevolent. At that point, so be cautious, and so we want to be careful about that. But here, like everything that's natural, right? That it is natural comes from Dad. There's no harm, right, in that. What does sometimes create a problem is if we open ourselves up to getting information from supernatural beings who can see into the areas that we cannot, and sometimes but it comes with a risk. Right, and there are, I see within the last 2 years, and really, I really noticed it in the last 18 months or so. I think that much like in Jabro's time, we are seeing a number of people being manifested into and around. And I think many of these people probably don't even know it, right? They're just, they are so surrounded by the presence that at this point they think it's a positive thing, and they probably do see results in a variety of ways. And if it hasn't been completely malevolent to them at this point, then maybe they're okay with it. But again, Dad. So I know it's sort of like talking out both sides of my mouth a little bit, saying Dad. It warns us against it, right? But here I am doing it. But again, my intention here is specifically to go to Dad, right? I have no other interest. And if I were to encounter a being, right, I would go away. And so far, what I begin seeing, and this is a topic for a conversation later, what I am seeing is that the longer we go and the more I press in and get close to Dad, the more it really upsets those boogies, that those little critters that hang around as familiars or whatever with other people. And so they have a reaction pretty quickly. And again, has nothing really to do with me. It is really the spirit. And the only thing, my only involvement is just, saying, yes to Dad, right? That's just bring his spirit with me. But they don't like it. So they self-identify. There's one. It's they're, again, I've mentioned this recently, that as I go back and look through the ministry of Jesus, the number one miracle that he did more than any other is casting out demons, which I find very interesting. And again, we'll do a topic for another conversation. I promised my wife that I would keep it short this time, because last night I said I would, and I didn't, because I got too into doing this. So one more round here, and then just kind of consider if you have thoughts for a future thing. And I feel like I'm just trying to listen to Dad and go in any way I get nudged. And in the last few days, I've been nudged to specifically spend some time like this with some people in mind specifically. And so I've kind of done that. And while I won't reveal their name to you because it's not your business, Dad knows. And again, if you have need, just raise your hand. Say me too. Invite him. We're told that he will never turn away a contrite spirit, right, and a willing heart. So if you're willing, right, to let him give you a big hug, it's a good time for it. So I'll give you just a couple more minutes, and then I got to go. You guys are fabulous. I really actually enjoy these little small get-togethers because well, I wouldn't say prevents, but it does mitigate, some of the people who like to come and just, be try to disrupt things, because what I think I see is fear, right? There's genuine fear of having you make a connection with Dad. I find that fascinating. Anyway, I'll shut up now, and I'm gonna just give you a couple more little bits of ringy dingy, and then say goodnight, and then figure out what to do next. But feel free to leave in the comment section, any results or any requests that you have, and we'll move forward that way. So for right now, here we go. I'm just going to kind of finish this up. And if it, since I have been away for the channel for quite a while and I'm coming back now and you just never know what or when I'm going to do a thing, I'll try to leave at least a note in the title giving you an idea of what's happening so you don't come here expecting something else, right? You come here expecting, deep research into physics and then you get this and you're like, what? So here you go. Anyway, thanks so much. I love you guys. I mean, really, probably by now I can probably, just tell everybody who's here and just say thanks for being here. But I do appreciate you stopping by. It means a lot. All right, I'm going to shut this down and kind of just do a little quick thing here. Thanks so much for being here. Love you guys. We'll talk to you again soon. All right. Oh, hey, yeah. Ooh, hey there. Alrighty then. Yeah. So there you go, guys. Very interesting stuff, and I intend to do more of this, and I hope to do a really big session at some point. I'm talking to a friend of mine. I think we're going to try to set up a big session at his studio in Seattle. So we're going to see what happens there in the interim. I love you guys, and hope to do more of this soon. It feels good, so I'm going to stay there doing it and see how it goes. In the interim, guys, you're awesome, and we'll come back, right? We'll come back again. Cool. Hey, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here, and like I said, we'll do it again soon.